Hello, my internet friends, and welcome to the Waking Dreamers. So today it's time for episode 6, the final episode of Mayday in the Making, the documentary about the warning. So I did actually also episode 5 today. It will be among the videos listed in the playlist. So I decided to do 2 today, the last 2, because thanks to the documentary, which is also, I love it, but I'm not listening to any warning songs the last few days. So I want to finish the documentary, so tomorrow or the day after I can finally move on with the warning music. I'm missing it. I'm having a crisis. Just so you guys know, in half an hour, 20:00 Central European time, we'll be having our live stream, this time on Rumble, because live streams we can't do on YouTube anymore because they basically threatened to delete our channel. Long story. I don't want to burden anybody with it. All other material still stays on YouTube and will be going on YouTube with reaction videos and commentaries to documentaries and videos and music, as always. And before we begin, as always, if you do enjoy this, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps a lot and costs you nothing. And now, time to... What's the war? The app.
COVID.
Once we signed with
The EP. What is the EP? What is the EP?
Lava, we didn't want to lose any time.
The band was about to go on a tour, and then COVID hit, so everything that they were working on got canceled. And so they shifted the target immediately to, okay, we're going to make the record now.
And David Bendeth was a name that crossed between options that they brought to the table and options that we had seen. Really quickly, it became, okay, let's get him on a Zoom.
We had a Zoom call with him. Like there was just like a connection. We shared the same vision. We were very excited, very nervous as well, because we knew it was going to be like tough.
Teenagers are different than any other band. You know, they're very pliable.
We were really nervous. Looking back on that call, David was also nervous. Like, we see it. And I was like, why were you nervous? Like we were shaking. You are David Bendeth.
Making an album in the middle of a global pandemic was a very unique experience.
We started lockdown on March. We had not left our house until September. We were really respectful of like the safety.
Holy crap. 6 months. Oh, that's... Wow. That's 6 months. Holy crap. Oh, I was respectful of the quarantines, but it wasn't 6 months, I guarantee you that.
Of it all.
Obviously, it was COVID, and the first thoughts across my mind were, how is this going to work? But what we did was we were in the bubble.
We decided after a lot of conversations about it that we were going to record it in New Jersey.
We did COVID testing. We traveled with seat covers and masks and face shields and gloves, antibacterial and sprays and wiping. Nobody on our team got COVID. We were all very careful and very professional. And I think, that just makes this album that much more special.
We were just in a little bubble all the time.
I think it kept us really in the zone.
It was definitely scary starting at first, because of course the questions come up of maybe.
That's actually incredibly professional and detailed. Like, wow. Can you imagine? Like the team, it's got a cameraman, production artists, makeup artists. The 3 of them, the producer, their mom and dad. That's like, I'm betting all in all, it's probably like 20 people or something. Maybe not 20, but 15 for sure. And they were all like, isolated to make an album. That's true dedication. That's impressive. That's absolutely impressive.
If we wait another month, things will be safer. But it ultimately came down to the fact that the music was ready, and it feels urgent. It feels relevant. We want to put this music out.
Working with David and Rick was a very new experience for us. Actually never worked like this much with people who only talk in English.
Their English is amazing. My Spanish is absolutely awful. The one time that I brought up a mispronunciation, I can't remember if it was Danny or Pau. One of them said something and I jumped on it. and you just hear Allie from the back, your Spanish sucks. You gotta watch out. You don't know who's waiting in the wings to get you.
This third album, I am so proud of what we did with it.
It came out very generational, very social. More than anything, I think we want to call out people to think.
It's about Gen Z, it's about technology, it's about communication. The new album is the world from the Warning's perspective.
Since we evolved as people, we changed, our views of the world changed, we grew up. I think our writing and our music changed and grew as well.
In this instance, you could tell that each one of them had spent time honing their craft and practicing. I saw a crack in the door where I could push them and I could open a world to them where they could be less rigid. Even though it's tough and they don't like it, they're built to withstand it. And so you could push them. And so I did.
It was great to see how our different opinions meshed and became this
Yeah, that's one thing from psychology that I read. Like, we are not built for comfort. We are not built to live safely. We are not built to have it easy. We are built to withstand struggle and withstand adversity. So it's like in the movie. This is I'm suspecting that many of you have seen the movie Dune that came out, the two parts that came out in the last in 21 and 23, I believe, something like that. Well, there was the older version of the movie Dune in 1984 with that was made by David Lynch, and there's an amazing quote that was missing in the new movies when the Duke, Leto Atreides, is talking to Paul before leaving to Arrakis and explaining the reasoning. He says, "I shall miss the sea, but the person needs new experiences. They jar something deep inside, allowing them to grow. Without change, something sleeps inside us and seldom awakens. The sleeper must awaken." Like that's one of those movies that I know line per line, and that's right there. So they reached like a peak, a top of what they were doing at the time, and they needed to push. Someone had to appear to show them a window where they can like push through on their own, but someone had to show them a way for them to evolve into something even more. And that's how I perceive it through that line in that movie. You know, if you're only doing that which you're comfortable with and you're not exploring something else, then you'll be stuck in development. And these three girls can do absolutely anything. The sky's the limit.
Great album.
We like really stepped out of our little box of songwriting.
And I'm not going to lie to you, there was moments when it was extremely tense.
It was sometimes like, David, like that's not how it is right now. And David was like, well, this is how it should be. And we're like, ah! We had a lot of conversations about how to meet a healthy middle.
I guess the best way to say it's how you come back from that determines how much you've grown.
Working with them was incredible, and we all got to learn so much from the process. I feel super confident about the next steps I'm taking as a musician because I got to learn from the pros.
All the work with David Bender, it was a blessing. It was amazing.
I already missed them. We were with them for like so long. It was an amazing experience.
I hope that this record goes platinum and we all have plaques on our walls. You know, as far as for the band, I wish them all the success in the world.
We know that we have much to learn every single day. There's always something more.
My dreams and goals for them is for them to grow as players, to keep writing songs. But
by the way, all three of them are absolutely stunning and beautiful. You'd think by law of high numbers, at least one of them would be mediocre. Like not, they're all absolutely beautiful. It's not only that they're such talents, that they're so diligent and conscientious in their work. They're also beautiful. Like I'm trying to find some faults, you know, to no avail.
Biggest goal for them would be to stay in touch with who they are and never lose that.
Our love
Absolutely.
for what we do is so real and it's so big. Like, why have we worked so hard for so long to just stop here?
Nathaniel, día exitoso.
Wow. So that would be the finish of the 6 episodes that make Mayday in the Making. And I have to admit, now I got to know them a little more. I know there are also other documentaries on them. I'll get to them in time everything. Actually, in the previous video I said that you guys should vote on what's the song I'll be listening to next. I thought maybe Automatic Sun because it was very recommended. But then I remembered on Discord I have lots of. I asked before for where Daniela and Paulina are like singing alone, like individually with the guitar or the piano, because I loved those two that I covered, Radio Creep by Paulina and Home by Daniela. So you guys vote below which song you want me to react to next by The Warning, and the song that gets the most votes will be the one that I react to. And later on in the coming days, I'll also do the solos, and there's just so much, and I want to listen to it all, but I have to do it one at a time. Thank you everyone who joined in. Hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't by now, please consider subscribing and liking the video, as it helps a lot and costs you nothing. And now, in 25 minutes, it's time to live stream on Rumble, or as what's his name, Buffer or something. Let's get ready to rumble. Cheers folks. Thank you, and see you on the next one.